Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Figured I'd update you real quick. Plus, a little tent action on the OBS. Finally, it's not a fishbowl. But I wanted to update you. The first gen is still sitting here and just waiting for something to come from the heavens and finish it. But just a little update video. We're gonna go back to the apartment and I will show you what's on my kitchen table. A whole bunch of goodies, but first of all, I'm going to stop by the first gen. So it still basically looks the same. I did buy a bed cover for the OBS. With the toolbox, it didn't really work out how I wanted it to with how you clamp it down. So it went on this, just to, I don't know, the bed's freshly, wire wheeled and sanded for, obviously for bed liner. But it fit well, or it fit better on the OBS. If you guys can see right here, it's not really that great of a fit. It was only like 130 bucks. The OBS, it didn't fit because the clamp up front to hold it down doesn't fit with the toolbox. Otherwise it fits perfect because my toolbox sits below the bed line. But yeah, the first gen is sitting here in this rainy atmosphere we have here in northeast Texas. That's a new one. What the heck? Yeah. Huh. I don't know how that happened. I'm not very happy about that though. So, wow, that really chaps my ass. I don't know how that happens. That door was basically done. What the hell? Anyway, now that I'm not in a great mood, I've got stuff sitting on my kitchen table. Our trans is up in Kentucky at Logan Built. Mr. Logan Yelton is doing the goods for us. It will be a pretty rowdy little unit, if I do say so myself. I will go over the full breakdown and specs of everything that he did whenever we get it back, just so I can have it in front of you guys and show you. But yeah, put the bed cover on. Really am itching to get stuff done. So right now is the weekend. So this weekend's not Memorial Day weekend, but the next weekend is, I believe. Yeah. So this weekend is UCC. Pissed I'm not there. Cole's gonna be at UCC this weekend. The next weekend's Memorial Day weekend, and then I think the weekend after we are gonna throw the short block together on the 12 valve. That was the next weekend he had free, and this thing could definitely use some attention. But we're gonna assemble a short block. We're gonna take our measurements and use that for the machine shop. They're gonna do their little finishing work, and then essentially we're ready. Once an engine can go in this thing and this thing can run, I think it'll really kind of take off from there, because I have all this stuff sitting in my apartment and people probably think I'm crazy by the amount of stuff I'm getting in the mail, but it is all truck parts and I absolutely love it. Another thing I'd absolutely love is for some Nitto 420Vs for this thing. The welds are 20 by 9s. So the idea is Nitto sells like a 29 by 12.8, which would be some meats for some 9 wides, and on this it would look perfect. It'd probably look a little bit racy. But besides that, we'll throw our trans in. We will have to get our custom drive shaft made, obviously, due to the shorter wheelbase, due to the fact we're putting a 47 in. A whole bunch of equations come into that, and so we're going to have obviously a new drive shaft, and then we're going to go through it, obviously everything we can, just to make sure you guys don't think I'm slacking on the paint side of things. I have called every paint shop within probably an hour of Paris, and that is a ton. I haven't made any warpaths there yet, but it is an absolute ton of paint shops, and no matter if they were great or mediocre, they were all literally booked out till like next October, November. So I am currently trying to find somewhere, and if not, I'm just going to keep collecting good body panels, and it's going to be 4 different colors for Scheid, and I don't care as long as it goes down the track and does not break. At this point, the color and everything, it can wait. If it has to wait till next winter, it is what it is. I won't be thrilled about it, but all I want to do is drive this thing. I don't care how it looks, I just want to drive it, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are to that point with your project. So enough talking. Let's go look at some shiny stuff. I will give you one last little walk around here. The first gen, it looks the same. Really nothing's changed, which is very sad. The OBS still looks fairly the same. Still got the same tires and wheels. We did get some tint going on. Same old, same old. Wheels need polish like crazy. Airbags are still doing great. Hit me up if you need one. There was somebody that made a little knockoff of it. We got that squared away. So that was pretty funny, but yeah, that and the welds. Say goodbye to the welds. Looking saucy for sitting out here for 2 months, but we're ready to get this thing off the trailer and do something with it. Let's go back to the apartment. All right, guys, so we are back at the apartment now. It's been a little bit of time, but we are back, and I was going to show you what's on the kitchen table and kind of go over a couple things that are here in the apartment that I have been working on in the apartment, unfortunately. But yeah, sorry, excuse the mess. We got truck parts everywhere, but here's just a couple things. Obviously, you guys know this turbo very well. That is my old Savage Fab turbo off the old truck, the 67 mil. Thing does look beautiful. It does look rather. It's a pretty big unit for stock pairing, but here are all of our Keating machine billet freeze plugs. I want to go ahead and preface this. Huge shout out to Dakota Mullet at Plowboy Diesel. He's obviously, anytime I need anything, like I've always said in the past, I just shoot Dakota a message and say, hey, can you get me this? And it's an easy done deal, and I don't have to deal with any issues. Here's the rear freeze plug. I went ahead and got them all. I'm taking the block heater out anyway. This is our Keating machine billet timing cover, and then our obviously another Keating machine billet valve cover. But this came from Mr. John, I think it's John Waller, I believe is his name. On Instagram, it's Tractors Are Awesome. Most of you guys will know him by that. He has a white first gen dually with a flatbed. I believe, I don't know if he's put Alcoas on it yet or not, but he's redoing his whole engine. He has some really, really cool stuff, so I recommend you guys going and taking a look at his stuff. But he did send me this. It's like brand used. Essentially, somebody else had it. They didn't never put it on their truck. He had it, and then he had what's his name? He had him pinstripe his stock valve covers, and it looks absolutely phenomenal. So he sold this to me, which I really appreciate. He gave me what I thought was a fair deal on it. Dakota got us our timing spacer. He had one on hand. I just said to go ahead and send it with all this stuff because we're going to need it anyway. Obviously, all of our hardware. Beautiful Savage Fab turbo. Now let's get to this stuff. So these are, I mean, this is fairly self-explanatory. You guys know ARP hardware, that's what we use. These are our ARP main studs. So we went ahead and got main studs. I figured if we're going to spray the balls off this thing eventually, might as well try and put some nice hardware in the bottom end if we're going to leave the rest of it stock. Obviously we have new pistons, but they're just stock 12 valve rods. Our head studs, and then our ARP rod bolts. So that pretty much sums it up so far, what we got sitting here. Some of you know this is a good chunk of money to sit on a kitchen table, but we are going to be going together with this stuff. Also, I did get my cam down here finally. That's basically all I was waiting on, or all me and Cole were waiting on to assemble the short block. So our cam is down here, the old cam's down here. Now all we have to do is press the old cam gear onto the new cam. We're good to go. I will be hitting up Dakota because I'm going to get a fluid amper and cam bushings. I need new cam bushings. I forgot about that whenever I got all this stuff. So there's all that. We are not going with this turbo. I will, obviously, I don't know, this thing is very near and dear to my heart, so I will be holding on to it, but it'll be more for testing purposes. See if you really need a 67 millimeter compressor in a VE truck. I mean, it'll be a fun test. I'll probably have Brad get me a housing or a turbine housing. We'll get squared away there. Also, yeah, sorry. Apologize for the mess again. I just folded laundry. I had a whole bunch from work. Here's a bunch of wire loom stuff, and here's our harness. I picked it up because I was folding laundry, but I had it strung all out across here, laid out as it would have been in the truck. So let's see if I can find a part that I've done lately. So I did a couple easy parts. I just got my new manual. Like, I don't know, between both of the files that I received, I have like over 1,400 pages of first gen goodness for manuals. So it's wonderful. But I started wrapping up some of our harness after I cleaned connections, repinned everything, and labeled. Of course, I labeled all this stuff. I went ahead and cleaned all the female ends as well because all of this stuff was super just gunked up, and I wanted it clean. I want good connections. But I don't know. I started working my way up to the, what is it, 50? It's 50 something. It's the block on the firewall. I think it's got like 50 connections on there. And then this is the alternator side. But I will share the information with you guys as far as what I do, how I do it. I got what I like to call the Gucci loom. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. I don't know. We all joke around that this is the Gucci loom. It's like what comes with your AirDog or Fast or whatever for wiring. It's a really nice loom. And then I also have the big plastic loom as well. But that will be utilized for this harness. I want this thing to look clean. I'm going to be doing a lot of deleting, as you guys should have seen the pile I had. I mean, probably it was huge. I had a whole pile of it's just stuff that I'd taken off and already got off, and old wires. I did the grid heater delete before even getting the engine back. If you guys know what I mean, then you know what I mean. It's the solenoids. This big chunky sits on the on the driver's side inner fender. I went ahead and deleted that, unpinned it from the big block, and we're good to go. I took it out all out of here. It should look a lot better. And then now that I have my new manual, I'm going to go wire by wire on this block. As I've already started, I made it through the first couple rows, and we are just going to see what each one of these does, trace it to where it goes, make sure it's where it's at, label them correctly, and if we do not need them, we're going to take them out. Just like the heater grid solenoid, there is some stuff I'm not going to need, and I don't want to just tuck it away and try and hide it. I would like to do this very clean. I don't know if you guys follow Battleship 6-7. He's a huge inspiration as far as wiring goes, and I'm nowhere near his level, nor will I ever be. He is phenomenal, but I really do want to try and do my best to get something close to that. I won't do the full tuck like he did, but I really do want to just make a clean first-gen wiring harness, which you guys know, they're normally a rat's nest. So this is something I really want to drive home and focus hard on, as there's lots to go through here. Once you get up close here, there is a good chunk of stuff. I've already made it through a lot of these actually, and I know what everything is. Obviously where these connect are like burned into my mind, but that's how it is. I need to get this stuff all done up, and I will be done with this side as well. I need to take the voltage regulator stuff out because we will be doing the transpo deal just like we did on the old truck. If you guys have not seen that, go look at the old truck. What's it called? I can't even think straight anymore. Playlist, sorry. But yeah, the wiring harness is over here outside of my little outdoor closet. I've got a couple more parts. My pump is sitting out there. I do believe Evan is getting very close. Essentially the deal was Evan blew his head gasket, so what he did was he got a new head from Power Driven Diesel, and it's just a normal head, and then he got it and he ported the absolute hell out of it, and I think did a couple other things and redecked it. Obviously everything's true, it's good to go. The porting was beautiful, and now he is going through a 47 to put in it, because with the added power from the head, he's needing a trans now. The A518 is not super happy, but it is still holding on, which really surprises me. That truck's got to be making around 450 now. I can't remember if it made 450 at Scheid or if it made 430. Either way, he's got to be about over 450 now. He said the amount of the smoke output already dropped, and it's already flowing a lot more. He did a whole bunch of differences, and it's looking good. So once he gets done with the trans, then he's going to do my pump, because I want him to get all his stuff done before I even think about sending anything of mine his way. So he's going to do that, then we're going to send off our pump. It's going to get the works. I need to get a couple more things from Dakota for the pump, and then I'll send it off to Evan, and he will put all the stuff in it that we want to do, and then do the secret VE stuff, that nobody talks about. He's going to do that and get that taken care of for us. So hopefully you guys, maybe a couple of you are looking forward to an update. Most of you are gone by now. I just want to let you know, I did buy editing software. I finally found what I wanted, and I purchased some editing software, so I'm going to be working on that. And then also Colton, which you guys know Colton is the square body guy, the one with the black K10 that was super rusty. We went and helped him out. He has his own playlist on my channel. There is a couple of you guys that have reached out to him and talked to him a little bit. So if you're a square body guy, definitely reach out to Colton. Really cool guy. He's got all the same taste as me. But that square body that was completely rusty is now rust free. He has gone all the way through it. It's perfect. It's awesome. They're on to body work, and he's going to send me a couple videos to give you guys an update. Just because him and his grandpa have been knocking this stuff out, and they've been doing a phenomenal job. So I believe it needs to be recognized. He will be gone for the summer in an internship in Pennsylvania, just like I was a couple years ago. So he will not be able to work on it this summer. But with the income from the summer, I guarantee he might have a pretty good looking square body on some welds here before long. So there's that. Andy's going to be at UCC this weekend. Andy's doing Andy things. He's ready for this thing to go together, and he's ready to come party. So yeah, that's going to be it. If you guys, we're repping the old school crew today. We will see you guys next time. And as always, as like Colton likes to say, keep kicking it old school. We will see you guys later. Peace out.